SX final time. The big boys are out to play. Got the sighting wrap out of the way. These guys have gone around. It's been almost an hour and a half since we've seen these guys on track as well. So they want to take their time, get around, have a good look. They're all going to set their start devices there. Get the bikes pulled down. Don't want this thing wheel standing all the way down the front straight. Get good, strong drive. There we go. Green flag is now up. 414 is Jesse Dobson. 24 right in front of us, Brett Metcalfe. Next to him is Connor Tierney. Beautifully turned out. YMF, YMI, Pale Blue, YZ 450F. Lining up next to the mighty CRF 450 of Brett Metcalfe. On the other side of him is Justin Brayton. So Connor Tierney has got himself right in the meat of the action here. Zach Small on the 237. 5 is Jace Owen. 16 is Connor Tierney. KO5 is Jesse Madden. 122, Daniel Reardon. 151, Nick Sutherland. Number 7, Dylan Long. Winner of our whip competition today, Josh Kilvington, James Allen, Joel Whiteman. Number 4 is Luke Clout. 24, Brett Metcalfe, and rounding out the field, the number 51 of Robbie Marshall. Will it be Justin Brayton? There we see it. Jesse Dobson, Jamie Harvey, Jace Owen, Jesse Madden, Nick Sutherland, Justin Brayton, Zach Small, Connor Tierney. We are just about to go. Get a good start there. Looks like Metcalfe got a good drive, but from the inside there, it's going to be Jace Owen. I think is going to get the start on this one. Brett Metcalfe. Oh, Jesse Dobson using all the track and then some, going right out to the far left-hand side. Brett Metcalfe into the lead. He jumps right on by Jace Owen. He's going to be chasing it now, Metcalfe. The sprint pace Brett Metcalfe has is AMA level. He knows how to keep the sprint pace running, and he's going to keep charging at it now, Brett Metcalfe. He's going to want to put some time between himself and Jace Owen. See him chasing Matera off the goggles there. A little bit of dust on these lenses. Days like today when you're going in and out of changeable light conditions, so dark light, the reflection from that dust on those lenses can really play havoc with the eyes. So the number 24 is Brett Metcalfe. 5 is Jace Owen. 7 is Dylan Long. Very, very good performance so far from Dylan Long. Justin Brayton in 5. 6 is Reardon. 7 Sutherland. 8 Small. 9 Dobson. And rounding up at 10 is Joel Whiteman and Jesse Madden, Robbie Marshall, Josh Kilvington, MacArthur and Allen. Your race leader though, the number 24, Penrite Oils Honda Racing Machine of Brett Metcalfe is in the lead. As I said earlier, very, very adept at technical conditions, Brett Metcalfe. And what we have here now is incredibly technical stuff. So Dylan Long now getting on terms here with Jace Owen. Again, another one of these super talented technical riders here. Dylan Long, Brett Metcalfe. Just a little bit over half a second lead at the end of the first lap. We're doing 20 laps here at Jimboomba Stadium, or the Jimboomba Supercross track. Here comes Justin Brayton. As this track gets gnarlier and breaks down more and more and more, I would expect to see Justin Brayton to come forward. He gets to the inside of Dylan Long. Just shows a wheel there, just winding a little bit of pressure there on Dylan Long. Brett Metcalfe looking for a different line through that next rhythm lane. Brayton unable to get past Long at this point in time. He'll be very patient though. Good lap time there. Brett Metcalfe a 50 dead. Jace Owen going through in a 51. So Brett Metcalfe, your current leader. Here's the number 24 machine. Dylan Long whipping it big time. Over that triple, working their way back. There is the number 7, locked and loaded. It's a good battle pack. Jace Owen, Dylan Long, and Justin Brayton. Those guys are all on top of each other. The harder they race each other right now, the better this is going to work out for the 24 of Brett Metcalfe. And again, that battle going on there between Brayton and Long, and Brayton now got the better of Dylan Long. So he's worked his way into 3rd place and set sight on the Complete Parks Dyson Motorsport Kawasaki of Jace Owen. But look at Brett Metcalfe. He was a late inclusion into this one. He was desperately training for motocross, trying to get ready for Motocross of Nations. Metcalfe come late into the Supercross game. Oh, and he stalled it. Oh no, Brett Metcalfe has stalled the machine. He's gifted the lead here to Jace Owen. He gets it going, getting 3rd place. Oh, Brett Metcalfe. Big dose of commentators' curse there. Now Jace Owen, what can he do? Can he just chip away here? Justin Brayton, he's almost on terms here. As per usual, the cream will rise to the crop, and Justin Brayton He is the cream of this crop right now. The number one, as I said, two-time Australian Supercross champion, now looking to go for number 3. Metcalfe will be disappointed with that, but he's definitely plays him back in there. Oh, Justin Brayton into the lead now. Justin Brayton leads this one as we expected it was going to happen. So Brett Metcalfe, if he can get back on terms very soon with his teammate, is going to be doing well, but in very, very technical, difficult conditions like this, Justin Brayton is going to be very hard to beat now. He's got that lead, and he's opening it up too. So just a smidge shy of a second last time around, and I would say that that lead now is going to continue to grow. Brett Metcalfe has done very well to maintain third place. You can see them coming around the corner there as they line up that long whoop section. Just getting the drive they need out of that corner is proving to be a little bit difficult for Brett Metcalfe and those guys at the moment. These 450s have so much power that if you're just a little bit aggressive on the throttle, you'll break traction and lose that back wheel. Out it goes sideways, and before you know it, you're shedding time. Here comes Metcalfe again, working on a different line there to Jace Owen. He has closed that gap down dramatically now. To the inside here of Jace Owen, we pick up images there of the 122 of Dan Reardon. He's in 4th place. He's just made the pass there on Dylan Long. So Reardon needs to signal his intentions very, very rapidly to the rest of his field that, hey, I'm a contender in this series, and I want to get on the podium in the first one and be there or thereabouts. Metcalfe now all over the back of Jace Owen. They both work the inside line there. Set up at this long set of whoops. Just see the end there now as Metcalfe is just about on terms with Jace Owen. Watch the Brett Metcalfe to try and make something happen here in this next half, 3/4 of a lap. He switches to the outside here on Jace Owen. Owen runs the protective line, stays to the inside. Metcalfe sweeps up around the outside, holding that line. He'll run a different rhythm here and go to the inside. Not close enough at this point in time to make a move on the number 5. Justin Brayton is using this to his advantage, and he is just pulling out. Still just over a second to lead at this point from Jace Owen and Metcalfe now. Metcalfe right on the back wheel of Owen. He goes to the inside. Is he going to try and switch back here and cut down early on Jace Owen? Or is he going to go the long way around? He gets good drive out of there. Owen protects the line, but it's not enough. And Brett Metcalfe now back into the 2nd place. That's a 1-2 for the Penrite Oils Honda team. Brett Metcalfe in 2nd place. Good pass there on Jace Owen, I should say. There is your race leader, the number 1 Penrite Oil Honda machine of Justin Brayton. We expected him to do this. A little bit of lap traffic coming into play now. Metcalfe running a completely different line, using that outside and going triple on, triple off, and avoiding that on-off section altogether. Justin Brayton now just being super cautious, and you heard Kirk Gibbs say, hitting his marks. He wants to put the front wheel here, he wants the back wheel there. You don't want to get on the throttle too early because you'll break traction, and then all of a sudden you're losing time because the back end of the bike is not doing what it really needs to be doing. So still 12 laps to go, and we are deep into lap traffic, so the speed differential between Justin Brayton and some of these other guys is significant in this race. Brett Metcalfe really going to be a real challenger in the Supercross series. Initially, he was only set up to do a very limited schedule in this, not do the complete series, but you have to say on form right now, I need to get Brett Metcalfe racing this complete series because at the moment, very, very good Supercross form. He and Dan Reardon are probably the only 2 guys at this point by the looks of this who have really got something for Justin Brayton in the short term. Justin Brayton saying he'll only really been in Australia for 2 weeks, and through that time, unfortunately, he had his wife in hospital with pneumonia. So best wishes go out to Justin Brayton's wife, and we hope that your time in Australia gets a little bit better for you. There is Metcalfe just picking his way around. He's back in the same rhythm lane now as Justin Brayton. A 3.3 second deficit. Brett Metcalfe to Justin Brayton at this point in time. 4th player, 3rd place is Jace Owen. He's another 1.6 seconds back. Then we go to Dan Reardon. Now Jace Owen's going to have to watch himself. He's only got a little bit shy of 2.2 seconds there over Dan Reardon. Commentators, by the looks of that, shedding a lap there to Justin Brayton. Then we go Dylan Long, Luke Clout in 6th, Jesse Dobson in 7th, Nick Sutherland in 8th, Jesse Madden in 9th, Whiteman in 10th, Robbie Marshall 11th, Jamie Harvey 12th, Connor Tierney 13th, Josh Kilbington 14th, Zach Small 15th, James Allen 16th. That is the complete field as we're picking up images now of Jace Owen. Just struggling for traction. As I said, changeable light conditions as the sun starts to set here. We've got one side that's really bright and the other side that's quite dark, and you can see here now the 265 of Jamie Harvey trying to get out of the way there of Brett Metcalfe, and eventually he does it. Generally the leaders, so normally it's the first guy that's going to struggle as he comes up on lap traffic, and those guys may well be locked in their own race. They don't really see the leaders coming until the blow flags start to fly. You see Brayton here being super cautious. That aggressive nature that he was riding the bike with in that first moto is definitely not here for this main event now. And Justin Brayton, what a good way to start your season. You want to get out of here with the red plate on the bike, looking sharp. The #1 position is the best place to be in this. Brett Metcalfe has just lost about a 10th on that lap to Justin Brayton. So Brayton just opening it up ever so slightly, and that's going to be what he's going to look to do now. Just chip away here. We're mid-race point right now, so 10 laps down, another 10 to go. Brayton's going to make that 9 as he comes across the finish line. 4.06 seconds was the gap last time. We'll see what Metcalfe has for him right now. Looks like that gap's going to maintain at a reasonably similar spot. Blue flags are flying now. That dictates to the riders that might be a little bit further behind. But they need to make way for these guys in the lead group. Daniel Reardon now on terms of Jace Owen, and he uses that lap traffic to his absolute perfection. He's gone in there on Jace Owen. Owen unable to get the drive he needs because there was a lap rider there. That's pushed Daniel Reardon into 3rd place. So that's some crafty, intelligent riding there from Daniel Reardon. He could see what was up. He was looking well ahead, and he's put Jace Owen in a position where he didn't really have anywhere to go. He just had to get out of the throttle. So Daniel Reardon now worked his way into 3rd place. At this point in time, it is Penrite Oil's Honda Quinella. Justin Brayton a little bit over 8.5 laps left to run. Here's Brayton now about to put another lap there on Jesse Madden. So Brayton with just about an entire lane. Really is the only person he's got to beat now is himself at this point in time. Justin Brayton is doing a very good job. The #1 on that machine for a reason. Last time through, 4.3 seconds back to Brett Metcalfe. That should be 7 laps to go, or just about to go 7 laps to go now for Justin Brayton. There is Daniel Reardon in 3rd place. He comes up there on Zach Small. Small obviously a lap behind. But Daniel Reardon, the #122 Yamaha machine. Riding out of the Yamalube racing truck this time out, Daniel Reardon. Metcalfe as well, he's deep in the lap traffic. It's in the same boat as Justin Brayton right now. Really just needs to pick his way through the traffic. Be very patient on this track because it will jump up and bite you. He's got a solid advantage. Last time through it was 9.2 seconds advantage that he had over Dan Reardon in 3rd place. So this one's spread out a little bit, 5.3 seconds between Justin Brayton and Brett Metcalfe. Then we go another 9 seconds back to Daniel Reardon. So this one really has spread out. Justin Brayton at the moment. Probably a little bit less than 6 laps left to go. Dylan Long, great start early for Dylan Long. He's faded out to be about 6, so whether there was an incident or something for the #7 CDR machine, not quite sure. Just got word, but Dean Ferris had a pretty sizable concussion, so be waiting to see how the 111 CDR Yamaha machine is going to fare for Dean Ferris. Seeing Justin Brayton just work his way into that long rhythm lane, hard right into unit corner. Still 5.3 seconds is the advantage he has over his teammate Brett Metcalfe. Metcalfe using this outside line through that one, and it just allows him to go triple. Makes life much easier for him as he gets to the inside there of Nick Sutherland, the 151. Moree Ryder, he's down another lap there. Brett Metcalfe locked and loaded in third. Reardon in fourth. Good ride here going from the number 4, Luke Clout. He finds himself in 4th place right now. Then Jace Owen has been shuffled back to 5th, doing long and 6th. So Jace Owen's gone from leading this thing early on, and 5th place now for the complete parts Kawasaki rider. There is Luke Clout on the MotorX KTM machine. Good ride going here from Luke Clout. Really found his mojo this afternoon. And again, another one of these kids is very, very good on hard pack. Probably only 4 laps to go now, I'm thinking at the moment, for Justin Brayton. Brett Metcalfe, he'll be just in his zone right now. He'll just be holding that thing down, wanting to make sure that we get this thing through to the end and get maximum points here. He's only going to be 2 points out of, or 3 points I should say, out of a championship lead as we go into Coolum on the 16th of next month. So it's a really good time now for Brett Metcalfe to get a couple of weeks off and get his Supercross game going, because at the moment it's very strong. He probably needs to find maybe half a second a lap to get on terms with Justin Brayton. There's Jesse Dobson. Got a good start and was out front early, Jesse Dobson, but distinct lack of racing so far this year for Dobson with that shoulder injury. That's got him setting up in 7th place. There is the number 24 Penrite Honda machine of Brett Metcalfe. Bit of a quiet race, I guess, overall, in terms of a lot of passing and bar-to-bar action, so to speak. Dan Reardon is pushed out now on Jace. Luke Clout is somehow another. I've missed that pass. Luke Clout now has gone into 3rd place and gotten by Daniel Reardon. So Luke Clout is on a charge. Last time around, his lap was a 50.222 last time for Justin Brayton. A 49.666. So Justin Brayton is by far and away the class of the field. That gap is starting to decline too. A 3.7 seconds lap now to Justin Brayton to Brett Metcalfe. So I have to say at this point in time that looks to me like Brayton's just backing it down a little bit, going to bring it home. Brayton through there. Last lap board is out. Last lap board's now out for the number 1 machine. Justin Brayton well on the way to keeping that red number 1 plate. There is the last lap board, but looking for the number 1. He wants to keep that thing with a red background as long as he can. That signifies the championship leader, and there he is. He's come in as a championship number 1 with the red plate. 2 times Australian Supercross champion. What a great way to start your series. Justin Brayton on the number 1 Penrite Honda Oils machine. There's Daniel Reardon. He's back in 4th. Really surprised Dan Reardon's gone backwards at that rate. Here's Justin Brayton. Just a few turns to go. He's going to work his way down this rhythm lane. Last time today at Jimboomba for Justin Brayton. Down the rhythm lane. We'll look to pick him up as he goes for that right-handed. And here it is. Justin Brayton wins race number 1 of the Australian Supercross Series. Waiting now for the number 24, Brett Metcalfe. Little fist pump for him. He'll be really happy with that. That's a great ride for Brett Metcalfe. And this man, we're looking now for Luke Clout, the number 4. Going to 3rd place, so it's a really, really good ride for the young KTM, MotorX KTM rider Luke Clout. There it is, Justin Brayton gets the win from Brett Metcalfe. Luke Clout in 3rd, Daniel Reardon gets shuffled back to 4th, then Jace Owen doing long, Jesse Dobson, Nick Sutherland, Jesse Madden and Robbie Marshall rounding out the top 10. Don't forget, folks, as well, Coolum round 2, the 6th of next month.
I don't know. You want to do it? Yeah. Hold this. Hey, so does the junior go out there with that? Look, boys. Yeah. Tastes good. Yeah. Want a drink?